So I've been dying to do this for 5.5 years. So this is where I get to turn the tables.
It's your turn, Tim.
It's my turn to ask you questions. So, you ready for this?
Yeah, I'll go for it.
You sure?
As ready as I can be.
Okay. So, Social Care Leadership Academy was your brainchild.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first question I've got for you. Why is it focused on deputies, seniors and care leaders, and not just on registered managers?
It's a great question, and actually it's based on my experience being a registered manager and area manager for 10 years. I started off being interested in basically management above the registered manager and how, looking at how effective that was and how that led to quality, what the constraints were. And that was some of the articles that I did, that became a couple of books. I was quite interested in that. But then what I realised, which you'd know already, about 7 years in, I realised that that is important. It is important to develop the senior management and care providers, but actually equally important are the heads of department and the senior carers who work for the registered manager. So what I came to learn over time, being an area manager, is that a lot of quality issues, complaints and various things come from that tier of management, and it's not because the people aren't great, it's because of the level of training they have.
So you wanted to create something that embedded knowledge at all leadership levels.
Exactly that.
Not just top of that pyramid.
Exactly that. And there's another bit of information that links to that. Is, I mean, you support registered managers and directors. There is a thing when you're a registered manager. Burnout is a thing.
It's a very real thing at the moment.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And if you look at the forums on Facebook,
yeah,
every day
really?
There's got to be half a dozen posts where people are saying, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah.
And that can't be, because these people have got 20, 30 plus years and enormous knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah.
And we're losing them.
Yeah. And I think, and I've written a bit about this a few years ago, but I think it's an unintended consequence of saying, you, Mr. or Mrs. Registered Manager, are completely responsible for everything that happens in the service. The principle of accountability is good, but that person needs holidays. They need to go home. They need to sleep. So in my view, and this was what I learned after year 7, was if you develop the teams under the registered manager, train them to a high standard of knowledge, then when the registered manager isn't there, they'll know what to do. And that would be a better structure, I think.
Great point, because social care is 24/7.
It is, yeah. And
there should be somebody in charge, competent person
in
charge 24/7.
Yeah, so that's why.
And I've been to services to do audits. Sometimes I go out of hours.
Yeah.
And sometimes I remember going to one at 10 o'clock on a Sunday night.
Oh yeah.
And the person in charge was an agency nurse doing their first shift.
Right.
How can that be right? It's not right, is it?
Yeah.
I got another question now.
Okay.
Many care providers already have management development programs in place.
Yes.
Many care providers send their leaders on external training.
Yeah.
So why does the care sector need something new, different, like Social Care Leadership Academy?
It's a perfectly valid question, and it requires breaking down a little bit. It's actually fundamentally about a different approach. So if you go on a good quality management and leadership talk program, what you'll often find is that the students, the delegates, are taught the principles. They're taught the principles of management, they're taught the principles of leadership. And then when they go back to the service, they need to think about how to apply it. So I'd call it generic in the sense that it's for everybody.
Yeah.
And I think where the approach that we're taking is a little bit different, is that we are providing training that is social care specific. It includes the context of how to do it. It includes the context of how to apply those ideas.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's different. It's not better, it's just different. It serves a different purpose, I think.
So this is why you wanted the content created as if I was sitting with that deputy manager and explaining to them, this is what you've got to do.
Yeah, exactly.
This is how to
Exactly,
do it.
exactly.
Now, how does that work in your service?
Exactly. I mean, one of my favourite examples, and it's fictitious, it's made up, but I'm sure you'll see the point. I always give an example. I mean, you did engineering, didn't you?
I did, civil engineering.
Yeah, there we go. So I give the example of a fictitious example of someone who is making wings for a plane, right?
Yeah.
Some sort of engineering background. And what I say there is, without knowing about that, I can say 100% confidently that there'll be agreed tolerances for all of that work. There will be an agreed tolerance of strength, of weight it can bear, of distances, of screws, of all sorts of things, because that's how the plane stays together. So my point here is that in many other industries, they will teach you what the standards are, and you need to adhere to the standards. And I think social care also needs that clarity of, tell me what to do, tell me what the standards are, and tell me how to meet those standards. And for me, that's the gap.
It's a great answer.
Thank you.